Hey guys, I am 37 weeks today, which means I am officially full term. That means he can be here anytime now. Oh my gosh. I want to talk about two things today. The first being all my symptoms and things I've dealt with this week, and the second thing is my birth plan. So starting off with my symptoms this week, he's gotten a lot bigger. As you guys have seen throughout the vlogs this week, my belly is getting huge, and that means that he doesn't have a whole lot of room left in my belly for moving and kicking and that sort of thing, but he's doing a lot of stretching and wiggling. So I've started to call him Starfish Baby because he will stretch out all four limbs all at once, and my belly does this weird like shape thing where you can see all four limbs just stretching out. So I call him Starfish Baby. So if you ever hear me say that, that's what I'm referring to, is when he just stretches out and goes everywhere. I've had a lot of lower pelvic and bladder pressure this week because he's sitting a lot lower, which I mentioned last week, which is really good, but he's really heavy. Oh my goodness, he's so heavy on my pelvis and my bladder, my poor bladder. I have to pee constantly. I'm constantly running to the restroom, and I'm so glad that I'm home because I'm able to do that. I practically live in my bathroom. And because I have a lot of pressure on my pelvis, I can't stand for more than 10 minutes at a time. At the beginning of this week, because it was my first week of maternity leave, I had a lot of energy. I was running around the house, cleaning things, getting things organized, tidying up, doing laundry, all that sorts of preparation and all that fun stuff. But like I said, I can't stand for more than 10 minutes at a time. So I was taking frequent breaks, and the reason I can't stand for more than 10 minutes is because my feet will start to tingle. It hurts so bad. It feels like little elves are stabbing my feet with little knives. It does not feel good at all. And then also, just my belly is really heavy. So those two things keep me from working for more than 10 minutes at a time. So what I'll do is I'll work for 5-10 minutes, and then I'll sit down and have a snack. And then I'll work for 5 or 10 minutes, and then I sit down and have a snack. So it works out pretty well. Because he is sitting lower, I've had a lot of mild cramping this week. Like I mentioned last week, not enough to really cause any concern or for me to call my doctor and say, what's going on? Just enough to be uncomfortable. And it does wake me up at night sometimes, but then I just kind of move positions and then I get comfortable and go back to sleep, hopefully. I can sleep during the day just fine, but I can't sleep at night. I have been waking up at 1 or 3 in the morning, and I will just lay there awake for hours. I woke up at 3 a.m. the other night, and I laid there staring at my ceiling for about an hour before I decided I'm just gonna get up. I thankfully haven't had heartburn really at all throughout this pregnancy, but this week I've noticed that I've had it almost every day. Very mild and not enough to really make me want to reach for any Tums or anything, which you can take while you're pregnant. But after dinner, I think because it's a bigger meal, I've noticed that I've had mild heartburn, and I'm really thirsty, and so I always want to guzzle water. But water makes heartburn worse, so I've been drinking some almond milk with my dinner, and that has seemed to help a lot. So I've been drinking a lot of almond milk to kind of soothe that and get rid of the heartburn at night. The second thing I wanted to talk about was my birth plan. I don't know, I feel like it hasn't been received very well, so I've kind of been hesitant to share it with you guys, but I feel like you guys will probably receive it a little bit better because I know a few people on YouTube who have had similar birth plans. I've been studying the hypnobirthing technique, which is a form of natural childbirth through form of hypnosis, which I have to admit, I'm not very good at the whole hypnosis thing, but the relaxing music definitely helps. It really does soothe and relax you, and I've used that on the nights when I've had really bad insomnia. I've just popped in my earphones and put on the hypnotic music, and that knocks me right out. So it just really helps kind of calm me down, relax my muscles, and just make me feel better. My plan is I absolutely do not want any Pitocin. I don't want to be induced in any way, especially after labor. I know that many doctors or many hospitals will automatically give you Pitocin after you deliver the baby so that you can deliver the placenta. And many times hospitals will just give you the Pitocin without even mentioning anything. They'll just give it to you and not mention that, oh, by the way, we gave you Pitocin. So I put on my birth plan, I absolutely do not want any Pitocin, whether it's for the labor and delivery of my baby or for my placenta. Neither one. I also want to attempt to not have an epidural, however, I am still open to getting one. I know that my labor and delivery can change in a heartbeat, so that's why I'm still open to having an epidural if during everything I'm like, you know what, I cannot take this, shoot me up with the drugs. But I really do want to make a solid effort to do it on my own, use my hypnotic music, and just kind of have a calm and soothing environment to give birth to my baby, and Mike is on board with that, and that's really all that matters to me because he's going to be the only one in the delivery room besides the hospital staff. So that's my plan. I don't know if I will have a drug-free natural birth, but I definitely want to have a vaginal birth. I want to avoid a C-section unless for some horrible reason something goes wrong, and then of course I'll have to have one. That's my plan, and I'm hoping that things go mostly the way that I'm planning. But again, like I said, I know that birth plans can change in a heartbeat. The baby just kind of decides what happens, so I'm willing to go with the flow as well. That's all that I have for this week, you guys. Because I am at 37 weeks and full term, that means the baby can be here at any time. So for all I know, this could be my last update. So just a reminder to you guys, enjoy these updates while they're coming, and hopefully I'll have another update next week, or maybe I'll have a baby. I don't know. Babies come on their own schedule, and I have no idea when he'll be here, but he'll be here very soon. So I'll see you guys hopefully next week, and if not, I'll see you with the vlog tomorrow. Bye.